What's going on, man? It's Vash. I'm about to do this review of Grimgar, episode 5. I should have been done this shit already, but you know, time, shit happens. So, episode review of episode 5 of Grimgar. In episode 5, the reality that Monato has died has sort of set in. We find out that it cost 1 silver for the total thing that happened. You know, I think it was what, 50 silver or 500, 500 copper or something like that to bury him. Well, not bury him, but to have a memorial, a grave set up, and another 500 to cremate him or something like that. I can't remember, but it ended up being 1 silver. So, you know, and the reality of it is setting in, you know, and HARU is kind of pushed to be the leader. Not really pushed, but he assumes the role of leader. So I might have to actually read the light novel or something like that, because why? I get that Monato sort of pushed him into that shit. You can kind of tell when because Monato never did say what was good about HARU. He never, said what his role was within that group or anything like that. And when he died, he was just kind of like, "Hey, I'm counting on you," blah blah blah. So like we got that part, but what made the group itself acknowledge that his decisions and his leadership were going to be the things that they were going to go with? I guess because out of the, I don't know, like, is it because out of the people there, like, his personality isn't, yeah, I guess because out of all the people there, he doesn't have the worst personality. Like, what's his name, Ranta or whatever? He's kind of an idiot, kind of a douche. The other dude, Moguzo, that's his name, Moguzo, the big silent dude, he too nice. Shioru, I don't remember nobody's name. The purple haired girl, she's too like timid and she just doesn't have the backbone to do that. And the other girl with the red hair, what the fuck is her name? I need to remember some of these characters' name. But her, let me look it up real quick. That girl though with the red hair who was the archer or whatever, she is kind of, I'm not gonna say that she's an idiot, but she's kind of like, she kind of has this, I guess it's because she's so upbeat, and because they keep, in the beginning they would say that she wasn't afraid of anything for the most part, but I think it's just because it's not that she's not afraid, she's too airheaded. Because I don't want to say that she's dumb, but she's just too airheaded in order to feel that what's going on is a situation that where she should be afraid of something. And you kind of don't want that as a leader, because she wouldn't know when to pull out. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't know pull out. She wouldn't know when to actually stop. You know what I mean? She wouldn't know when the situation would call for a tactful retreat or something like that. So I guess out of all the people, she shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, also she shouldn't be the leader. So it would just leave him. It would honestly just leave HARU to be the leader after the death of Monato or whatever. And then we get introduced to a new character. Then when they got another priest, her name is Mary. And she joins like slightly after Monato dies. And the only reason they found her is because it was a guy named Renji. I think that was his name, Renji. But the other motherfucker, I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to remember that motherfucker's name. It was a bunch of K's in his name. It was whatever. I don't remember his name. But that motherfucker, he, for the most part, was like meeting up with them in a bar or whatever. He recognized them. He saw them in the bar. He was kind of kicking shit with them and all this sort of stuff. And he was just kind of like, they tell him about Monato's death. He's like, "Oh man, Monato, whatever. He's, he was cool, man. Sorry for your loss." And then he just kind of says, the priests are like the backbone of the parties. Even the goblins and the monsters know you gotta take out the priests first, because the priests are the healers, so that's who they usually go after first. And because of that, he tells them, like, you gotta get another priest in your party, And at first, HARU was just kind of like, no priest is gonna join that party, but they ended up getting Mary, who was this kind of cold kudere. I'm gonna say kudere, but no, she's just a cold sort of woman or whatever. She's kind of no nonsense. She kind of doesn't listen. She kind of does her own thing for the most part. And I'm trying to figure out something, because something happens in the end of the episode that kind of was like, So I'm just wondering, was another female brought into this for the pairing sake? I'm just wondering, like, was she brought in here for the sake of pairing? Because, you know, a lot of stuff happens. The team isn't functioning well because of the death of Minato. Mary isn't kind of getting along with anybody. It seems like Yume, that's her name, Yume, I just looked it up. It seems like Yume and Shihoru are kind of mad. Not mad, but just distant towards the three boys because they made this decision to include Mary without them. And then Haru and Yume have a moment where they kind of just talk everything out and discuss the shit. You know, we a group, we friends, we got to do all this sort of stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that we left you guys out. Blah, 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 blah. But within that moment, they just kind of, because I'm assuming they were about to take a bath or some shit. I don't know what the fuck is about to happen, but they both are kind of just dressed down for the most part. And they both crying. You know what I'm saying? She cries. She breaks down and cries. He breaks down and start crying, whatever. But they holding each other. She's like being held by Haru. And she says, like, I just come to realize, like, how warm and comfortable it is for you to be holding me like this. So that ship has sailed like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The Haru Yume pairing is already there. And it seemed like Shihoru kind of had something going on for Minato. But it's only 2 girls in this group and 4 boys. You know what I'm saying? So now it is 3 girls and 3 boys. And it seems as though, because in this episode, Mary's interaction was mostly with Ranta. And he didn't have this sort of thing going for him. He had nothing going for him. If anything, I really couldn't see him with Shihoru because of his attitude. And I couldn't see him with Yume because of their bickering with each other. So I'm just kind of like, okay, Ranta is kind of this idiot who is kind of like brash, you know what I'm saying? He's impulsive and all that sort of shit. But Mary is a no-nonsense sort of girl. And Ranta, the whole time, as they were talking, he was just backtracking what he said because she scared him. But their bickering was more of that of people who've known each other for a long time instead of I'm annoyed with. I mean, they wasn't annoyed with each other, yes, but it just seemed like they had a better banter of bickering than he has with any other character. So in a sense, I was just kind of like, were they paired up this way to be appearance, you know, to have ships go in all directions, full speed ahead, you know. But I haven't even watched episode 6. What's the last episode I reviewed? Yeah, I haven't even watched episode 6. I downloaded it. I'm gonna do live reaction to that shit today. Uploading all these shits today. So that's that. Let me know what you think about episode 5. The man, I know it's been a long time. I was just like, dude, what the fuck going on? Know it's been a long time. Sorry about that. Had shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think about shit though, man. Did you enjoy the episode? Did you fuck with it? Let me know, man. Fast Kid.